Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Motorsport Manager, the Underdog Challenge. Today we are running the Beijing Grand Prix, and that is the third race of the season. Last race we, barely missed out on the points. I think we got 11th and 13th from the top of my head. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so yeah, we barely missed out on the points by like 3 seconds, so that was very unfortunate. Hopefully we can do better in China. You can see top speed is crucial, which is what we're sort of best at right now. We're not great, but that's what we're best at. Acceleration is crucial, deceleration is crucial. That's not too good for us, but it is what it is, and let's see how we can do. Nice little track, lots of turns and twists, so that should be fun to run at the very least. We are still working on our engine, and I don't think it's going... Yeah, it's not going to be done before China, so let's keep that in mind. The race is in 10 days, engine will be done in 12 days, so we will not be able to use it, but that's okay. Pole position for Hamilton in Yokohama. Yeah, part condition dropped as always, fine. Let's see what the interviewer has for us, Victor. After her win today, we were wondering if you had any thoughts on Zoe Sharp. Thinking of working with her in the future. So if we pick option A here, we get the buttered up trade with her, which means we can negotiate, and I think she's an amazing driver. I think she's one of the best in the game. If we pick any of the other ones, I think this one gives Tulipano a mood buff. Same for this one, but for both drivers and this one, I don't know. I think also this one makes it so that she won't negotiate with us whatever we do. Let's pick this one, because I don't think our drivers need the buff, and it would be nice to have the option at least, because as you can see, she is amazing. All her traits are pretty much maxed out except smoothness right now. She is 31, so I don't think she'll ever get that to 20 anymore in time. She's incredibly expensive, of course, costs 2 million, and she has a 15 million cost to break contract. Let's have a quick look. Wages are important to her, so that means probably we need something like this. Obviously, we would give her the #1 driver. She doesn't mind who pays the buyout clause, which is amazing. That means she could pay it all. Though we would also need to give her a huge fee to sign for us, probably something like this. And yeah, she would also want some bonuses. Doesn't matter. We're not going to actually offer her this contract. 1.8 million is more than our 2 drivers combined, I think. By a lot, yeah. More than double our drivers combined. So, she's a good option to keep in mind. I mean, we could snap her up next season. Honestly, once we get near the top of the World Motorsport Championship, being able to get these drivers that are really good isn't really going to be a problem. But right now, we just don't have the finances to make this work. And with the drivers that we have, we should be able to score some points. I'm not really worried about that. Yeah. She's a very interesting option, and thanks to the buttered up trade, we can sign her for another 50 weeks, so that's probably till the end of the season. We could sign her up if we wanted. If we really wanted, I think Fohovsky is going to be, yeah, out of contract soon, so we could potentially get rid of Fohovsky for her. She is amazing, but I don't think our car is going to be in a shape to win yet. She also has the ambitious trait. By the way, that she wants to win trophies before her retirement. I think this might give a debuff. I don't remember, but this might get a debuff if you don't win stuff. So she might get a little bit annoyed. She's also a mentor, so she helps her teammates improve. She's a team player, which is an amazing trait. And she is grounded, which is also really good. So yeah, all in all, she's just really, really good. But also really expensive, so I don't think we'll be going for her. But we'll see how it goes to near the end of the season. Looks like we have some sponsors. Yeah, we were letting one of these expire. We're now getting the option to get 1.5 million for 6 races. That's a lot better than 1 million for 8. I don't know. These two are going to open up in one race. I think we just wait for one more. We're not using this slot anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. This looks like pretty good. Rouleroy is one of the better ones. 700,000 fixed per race, but we'll wait for the other 2 offers and see what we get. And our car repair is finished, so let's have a look. We are in 7th currently with our top speed, so that's pretty nice. What are we going to work on is the question. Pretty much all parts should now be able to hold out till the end of a race, I think. I don't know how long we'll be using this engine, but maybe we just improve its performance a little bit. Not while actively doing it, of course. We're still going to use every thing we can on performance. I think we just start working on every part to get it like to at least 80%, and then we'll do these like in a few days. Just to have like everything be sort of at least reliable. So we don't have to worry at all about part fixes. Beijing then, Sunday actually a 40% chance of rain. That is very interesting. Short laps 42, so that will be quite a long race. High speed circuit, which means the strong engines like Scuderia, Rossini are going to be the ones to beat. And we have softs and mediums. Probably means we'll try and just do softs. We lack speed, right? So the softs can sort of counteract that. Hablar. I haven't seen that one often, I think. Brutus tires. These are atrocious, obviously. 200,000 and 100,000 per race. So we're just going to go with Rouleroy. That's a pretty good one. I would love Cylon more, but that's not an option right now. So let's put Rouleroy on our car. Yeah, all right. Right handling facility. You would like one, but I don't think... I think that's probably for... one of the wings, I assume? No. Oh, we already have one then? I guess it's this one, the Handling Development Center. Interesting. I don't know what she's complaining about then. Yeah, I still don't think we're going to do anything in this regard. Front wing and rear wing, we're going to spec part one of these. Brakes is going to get spec parted by the rules that will be proposed. We have 10 votes left from last season, so... that should be easy. We're also going to abstain on the Vancouver GP. So we're going to get another vote from that. Both virtual and real safety cars I don't care too much about. I think currently it's just only real safety cars, which I quite like. Spec brakes we're going to vote for sure. Wedge tripping is pretty fun, actually. We might vote for that as well. And then we're also going to be bringing in our own votes. So I think by the end of the season we're not going to have too many votes left. But that's fine. Yeah, we could upgrade our telemetry center to its final level. 8,000 isn't a lot. We have 19 weeks, so we would probably be able to get the legendary components by the end of it. Honestly, not a bad idea. Suspension I don't care so much for, but gearboxes are actually very important. So it could be interesting. On the other hand, we have our lead developer. Sorry, let's go here. Jenny, who has the trait, right, where you can add a random legendary component anyway, so I'm kind of doubting whether we would care too much about... well, we can get 2 legendary traits, I guess, which is nice. That has the potential for an insanely good part, if we're lucky. If you're unlucky, though, the random legendary part could just be kind of trash. Like, if it's only good during qualifying or something, then you're not really benefiting. But if we're going to upgrade anything out of here, it's definitely going to be the telemetry center. I just don't care that much about the rear or front wings. Like, that should just be decent at the very least. Whichever one we don't spec part, that is. But I don't really care that much. 8 million. We'd have 28 left. Should be enough, I suppose. Are any sponsors opening up soon? Yeah, this one and that one semi-soon. Well, we are making still a decent, healthy profit, right, per race. So we can also request additional funds if we really wanted to. I still don't want to until we get some more points on the board. But I'm thinking, actually, to upgrade this. It looks fancy, so let's just get it. 7.5 gone, so we still have 29. That's more than enough normally. Yeah, getting legendary parts would just be very good for us. Let's see what our car reliability is up to now. You're in the 80s, so let's get rid of you. You're 77. Let's start working on some of these. Yeah, I think let's make sure that all of these are at least at like a usable level of 77, high 70. That would be good, I think. All right. Also going to Beijing now is the Asia Pacific Super Cup. Very interesting. I didn't really talk about it much, by the way, but in the Asia Pacific, there was only like 11 or 12 races. I think in this one we have 15. That means also that's why you're seeing that stuff like where before we could make a part every race. Now all of a sudden, if it's a long taking part, like this one was like 15 days or something at the start, then you start seeing that you can't actually finish it before the race is over. So yeah, that's interesting. It's just in the same amount of time you're doing more races, so you have less time between races, which is also why we're struggling so much to get these parts to reliable, even 3 races in, because we just don't have that much time to work on them. But I'm quite happy with what we have here. That is some pretty reliable parts. The car should be pretty good to run now. We could even run red engine mode a little bit if we wanted to. Linda Lorenz would be one of the better. Oh yeah, makes sense. She's driving for Mercedes. She's also really good. I just don't like her smoothness and cornering. I would much rather she has like less fitness or less adaptability, which in my opinion are less important, especially adaptability, because you just don't have that many rainy races. Whereas smoothness and cornering are vital for every single race. So yeah, I would not be picking her up, I'd say. All right, let's do Football Manager as our sponsor as usual. We'll bring a bunch of softs and a few mediums. I'm not sure if we're going to try to do softs the whole race, but at least partly, I think. As far as part fitting, I don't think we're putting anything new in. No, I'm quite fine with this, actually. Yeah, this looks fine. All right, so we have 2 reliable cars. We should be making it to the end. With a 42-lap race, I'm really hoping we're going to see quite a few parts needing to be repaired from the AI. And we also have the rain potential on Sunday for 40%. So let's see. Yeah, that should be good. All right. I think we're only going to be using 1 medium during practice. So potential, if we really wanted to, we could still use 3 mediums on race day. But I'm bringing a lot of softs just because at the very least we're going to burn like through at least 3 probably during qualifying. We're going to also burn through 1 for... Ooh, that's rain during practice. Okay, interesting. I guess we start on intermediates, which isn't great. But that's, we do want the race bonus, and you're only going to get that if you actually, you know, are on the right tires, let's say. I don't think I have any China saved. So we're just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. And that looks about fine. Let's start on the intermediates just so we get the bonus. Looks like the rain is going to level off. Don't know if it's going to start back up again at some point, but let's hope it does so we can get some practice in on the softs. If not, maybe we can pick one of our other perks, like having safer pit stops or something like that. The race trim, 12 laps, get out there. And for you... Race trim, actually I don't know why I'm doing 12 laps. We're gonna immediately bring them back in anyway. Let's bring them back in. And zoom out a little bit to make it a little bit less jarring. Let's see who's gonna get in first, probably Farah. Yeah, because we gave you all the fuel. Alright, you are excellent on the speed balance immediately. That's a very nice get. 84%, very good. Just good on downforce, so let's move you a little bit that way. Only okay on handling, that makes me think it has to be somewhere around here. And speed balance is already fine, so let's keep it right where it was. Just about there. Alright, out you go. And you are great in the speed force here. 88%, that's even better actually. Go a little bit this way, see if we can get an excellent. For you, let's move a tiny bit to see if we can get great. And since you're already quite far off, let's go like here, see if that gets us anything. All right, in and out, and hopefully after the next stint we can just send them out for long. Does look like it's gonna rain again, so that means we're gonna pretty much just be practicing on inters. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You are now excellent, great, excellent. Let's save that setup. This is car 1 Beijing. And yeah, we're just gonna stay on the inters then. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. We now have an excellent in the middle, but we actually went worse on the downforce, so that's good. We do know where to go then. Let's go like right maybe there. Just to try and get that excellent. That should be right on the money, I think. Yeah. Alright. Just a tiny bit. Cool. For the handling, we obviously want to stay where we are. The speed balance, we went worse. So that means we have to go like right there. Let's do that. Looks about okay. And then handling, we want to be back where we were, so do that. There you go. Should be okay. All right. I think we'll bring in Tulipano maybe once more. Actually, we'll just let him run out his 4 laps, and then when he comes back, I assume he'll be pretty much perfect, and then we'll save his setup as well. Yeah, let's let them run out their practice for a while until we get tier 3, and then we'll swap to qualifying practice. It's a shame we're practicing pretty much only on the intermediates, but what choice do you have when there's this little rain, right? So it is what it is. Not setting great times right now, to be honest. Oh, that's a good time. And immediately, yeah, it's because we're drying up the track, of course. Means everyone is setting some weird lap times right now. That doesn't make me very confident for the race, unfortunately, because we aren't setting great times, but it is what it is. 89%, yeah, we already saved you, so let's go on qualifying, 3 laps. It's gonna rain again, so we're just gonna have to stay on the intermediates. We'll use the same tire, doesn't matter much. And for you, you are now excellent, 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 that's great. Oh, nope. Use this setup, please, and save it. This is car 2. And that is Beijing. Alright, so now we have a China setup as well for next season. Very nice. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That's what we like to see. I don't often get it because often I just go for great and I'm like, alright, that's good enough. But I feel like we can use every single little inch that we can get here. We're gonna need come race day, so let's just try and do so. Hopefully we can get the tier 3 at least of qualifying. That's why I'm running on the intermediate still. Just because this bar would go very slow if we're on the wrong tire. And I don't want that because I want at least tier 3 performance boosts that we can use during the entire race. Does suck because, yeah, if we were on the soft we'd at least get a little bit of bonus from that. Oh, hi, are you guys already back? Quickly go out again, please. We need that tier 3. And you as well. Go, 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 go. We have 3 minutes left. Should be okay. I think we're gonna pretty easily get it. There you go. Alright, perfect. So, yeah, we're good to go come race day. It's a shame we couldn't really practice on the sauce. We could have gotten maybe a little bit there at the end, but that's okay. I don't think we would have gotten much, so that means we're gonna try and use some other perks, I suppose, if we can. Yeah, let's see where we get. Lipponen and Sharp dominating the statistics here. Mercedes is seemingly running away with it for now. Ooh, qualifying looks like it's raining. And it looks like it's gonna level off. I think that means we just stay in and wait. If it does start up again, which we're not sure about because it looks like it's just gonna be dry, but if it does start up again, we could trick the AI basically because they wouldn't know when to go out exactly. Ooh, this is a good perk to have. I guess we just do this. Yeah, I'm not gonna send our guys out. We're just gonna put on softs. It looks like it'll be dry enough to just do a dry run. At the very least, even if it starts up again, we're gonna be able to do a dry run. And if it doesn't start up again, then it doesn't matter either way because during the rain, you're not going to set the quickest time. Right there, you see it leveling off pretty much completely around minute 6. That means we get at least like 2 minutes of dry, if not more. If it completely keeps not raining, then fine, right? Then we just get basically 6 minutes to do 1 or 2 runs. Either way, there's no point in sending our guys out earlier. We're just going to be using up our nice stint. So, our nice tires. And I don't want that. So, let's just let this go. We do have to think. I think the lap was about 1.07 per. So let's say we send out our guy. Ooh, it looks like it's gonna rain again. Yes, it is going to rain again. That is perfect for us. That means actually we're going to be able to set a really good time, I think, compared to the AI. We just have to time it pretty much perfectly. So I think what we want to do, if we're counting, like, so there's 3 minutes per gap. We need about 1 minute and 10 seconds to do an in-lap probably, or let's say 1 and 20 seconds to do an in-lap, or out-lap, sorry. And then then basically that one lap we want it to be completely dry as much as possible. So I think maybe right around the 9-minute mark is when we send our guys out on the soft. And then right as it's starting to dry up is when we should be starting our hot lap. Let's just let time fly a little bit here. And I'll use spacebar to unpause or pause. And our drivers are definitely going to complain because we're doing this. But I think the AI, like everyone out right now is going to be, like no one is on their in-lap yet. I think a lot of people are going to miss this timing window, which is great for us. Stop right here, I think. So let's say timing wise, if we go now, we use about like 1 minute and 20 seconds maybe on the in-lap. We're going to be halfway through basically almost, and then we're going to start our out lap. I think that's pretty good timing. And we wait a little bit. All right, and now we send our guys out. They're going to go on their softs because we're going to be dry by the time we start our hot lap. Same for you. Well, let's... Oh, no, not exit game. Okay, yeah, you're out now. And then let's also have you go out. And we'll just go regular time because I'm very curious to see this go in speed. We're basically getting one shot at this, so hopefully they do well. I'm going to just auto it. This one should be pretty safe, hopefully. Hopefully they get some good times down. And let's follow Tulipano around because he has the best engine, see how he can do. Alright, so it's starting to dry up. A lot of people going on their in-lap now. All of these people are going to immediately do an out-lap, but by the time they're starting their hot lap, I think it's going to rain already again. So hopefully we can get a really good time going. That would be amazing. Yeah, lots of people still doing their in-lap. No one doing their out-lap besides us. We are the only ones getting a good timing here. And as you can see, right as we're going to go across the finish, I think the water will be pretty much gone, which is perfect for us. That's right about... Yeah, we're starting right now. We still have a little bit of water on track. That sucks a little bit. But I think, yeah, for most of it, I could have maybe waited a little bit longer. But right now, it's pretty much completely dry, which is amazing for us. Yep, that is a fastest sector immediately. No one is doing their out laps yet. Everyone is missing this timing besides us. And it's going to rain till the end of the race. So we are pretty much guaranteed, I think, almost a 1-2 almost. Well, let's see. Obviously, we don't know for sure, but yeah, only now people started doing their out laps. So I think they're going to completely miss the window. We didn't get a second purple, though. That's interesting. We barely actually got 1-2. It shows how slow we are comparatively, of course, but lots of people starting their out laps now, like Flores. Yeah, see, they're so early in their lap still. Yeah, I don't think anyone is getting a really good timing like we had. Because the rain is going to start again very soon. Yep, there it goes. Rain is starting to go up now. That means like during the second half of their hot laps and whatever else, I think a lot of people here are going to be in trouble, let's say. Okay, so these guys just now started their laps. That's basically... Oh, you are getting a purple though. That's not great. But you're going to soon hopefully be quite slow. He might have timed it pretty good as well. That might take pole away from us. Let's see, there's more rain on track now than there was. Yeah, he's getting a green as well. I think, yeah, Modi is probably going to be... No, wait, that's half a second above, actually. Yep, he got a horrible time at the end there. Because of how much water there was on track, you could see him slow down in Sector 3 so much. Let's see. This guy, I think, is... this is the second guy, Stromby. He's already 0.8 behind our pace. You are actually quicker than us right now. But let's see, I think you're going to be really slow now as well. There's just, yeah, see, almost a full second immediately off in the second sector. No one is setting a better time than us. We get a 1-2, which is incredibly funny to me. Obviously, it's going to be very hard to keep that place during the race. I'm sure we'll drop off a lot. but I'm very happy so far about that. That should give us a lot more room, at least, towards the people in the back, and hopefully we can make sure that we get a good score this race. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see. No one seems to be going out again. Everyone is seeing that it's kind of futile to go. We got the best timing out of everyone. I could have waited maybe 10 seconds longer, I think, to get an even better lap time, because we were kind of during our sector 1 still in the wet conditions. But yeah, we timed it a lot better than anyone else, basically, and still it was incredibly close. Only 0.03 seconds, but yeah, that's nice. A little bit of extra cash, and we actually get a good chance on Beijing to hopefully score some points. Unfortunately, we don't get any decent mechanic rewards right now, so that sucks a little. I think for you, we're just going to do Risk Taker. What do we do now with our tires? So we have 42 laps to go. We can do 9 with Volsky, and then 13 on the mediums. It's not very warm, so we can't go too softly on the tires either. Also 9, also okay, so we have the same values for both drivers. So let's say, what if we do a double soft, double medium stint? That would be 18 plus 26. That would be more than enough. What if we do triple soft? So that's 27, right? Yeah, 27 plus 13. That's just not enough. Unless we can somehow make the soft last for 10 a few times and the mediums for 14. I think with one of our drivers we'll probably do soft, soft, medium, medium, and with one we try and do soft, 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 medium. But either way, we're starting both of them on softs, because we really need to try and keep the position we have right now. I think I'm even going to start red just to try and keep our spots at the start of the grid. Hopefully this track is hard to overtake on, who knows. We'll see. And away we go. Good start for Tulipano, horrible start for Vovsky, who's trying to body block some people but not really succeeding too much. Yeah, so Vovsky immediately drops down to 4th. That's not great. Which I think means we're just gonna kind of lean back actually immediately on you. I think for you, I also don't want to push your tires too hard, but let's push a little harder for you than for Vohovsky. Anyway, we need to get these tires out of each other's range, right? So that's fine. Don't want to burn the engine too much either, to be honest. So let's go to orange overtake mode. Obviously, we don't need to worry too much about the fuel. Definitely worrying a little bit more about the tires, though. Yeah, Volsky is just dropping like a brick. He's already in 9th. Nothing much we can do about that, though. I think Tulipano, though, actually doing quite well. He has a little bit of gap, enjoying that clean air over there. Yeah, I'm not too worried about Volsky. If we can even get one of our guys up high into the points, I'm a very, very happy camper. And I need to have at least one of these two guys sort of conserve their tires a little bit. And I guess that's going to be Volsky now, because Tulipano has more to fight for here. Obviously, I'm not expecting us to get first, second, third, or whatever else. You can see we're already getting pushed quite severely by Lipponen here. But, well, if we can at least get like 6th, 7th, 8th, I'd be very happy with any points, to be honest, at this point. Like 1 point even is enough for me to be quite happy with this race. But we've been dealt such a good hand, basically, by the qualifying rain, that I would really prefer not to... you need to warm up your tires a little bit there. Yeah, I would prefer, obviously, not to give away too many positions. Lipponen here is really on our tail, but there is actually a pretty significant gap between Tulipano and 3rd, 4th, and 5th, who are all fighting each other, which I think is costing them quite a bit of time. That is very nice for us. Meanwhile, Volsky is just kind of dropping like a brick, which isn't great, obviously. I think we're going to push back on your tires now a little bit, because we have been using maybe a bit too much on them. That does mean you're probably going to get overtaken very soon, but like I said, this isn't really the fight that we're worrying about. The fight I'm worrying about is over here. Too Sharp, De Graaf, Ribeiro, Lavoie, Modi, but there is some very significant ranges for us there already. Like, this is really good. I think these guys, yeah, they're all on orange too, but yeah, so far really going well with Tulipano. Obviously, I'm really not worried too much about Wolfsky here, to be honest. Oh, trying to make the move on you. Looks like some other people are trying to catch up quite a bit. Sharp is pushing a little bit harder, it seems. We've done 4 full laps. A little bit worried about our tires. We're already halfway in. We can go to 10% on the softs. Stay on the inside there. Yeah, there you go. No. Oh, that's a bad push. Alright, so yeah, you are getting overtaken now. That sucks a lot. Try and stick with him. Try and get some... yeah, that's... All of a sudden we are kind of dropping like flies over there, I must say. That does suck. But hey, any points we can get, we're gonna fight for, of course. Heard a little bit here about the... We've done 6 laps. We said we needed to do at least 9. Sorry, we've done 5 laps. We need to do at least 4 more than with both our drivers. That's gonna be tough. At some point, if we're gonna go on the mediums also, we're gonna just lose so much speed. That's gonna be really tough to deal with, but... kind of don't really have a choice here. Somehow you guys are equal again on tire wear, which sucks. I guess we can push you a little bit more, try and keep 3rd ahead. On the other hand, with there being 13 seconds behind them, honestly, we don't need to space these guys at all. By the time Tulipano is out, Kovsky won't even be entering the pit lane, I think, so... Well, he will be, but... The pits will be so short that, barring a huge mistake, this shouldn't really cost us to do a double stack. I'm kind of okay with doing that, actually. You do need to keep your heat up a little bit. Just keep you on yellow, I think. Oh wow, we just got blasted past by Sharp, who is all of a sudden seems to have found her pace. Alright, we have done 7 laps. We need to do 2 more, and then we're going to bring in our guys. Starting to struggle with your tire wear. Yeah, you're gonna need to do 1 more, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. Yours are also now getting quite worn. I don't know if we can... No, we should be able to make it. Barely. Alright, so next lap we're gonna bring them in. There's still a significant gap. Like, basically what we're fighting right now for with Tulipano is make sure you get out... Like, we beat Surikov, like 10th, right? And there is like a good 10 seconds between us and him. That makes me a little conservatively happy, but obviously a lot can go wrong in a 42 lap race. So keep on fighting. We are getting overtaken now quite a bit. It makes sense. We have much more worn tires than Sharp, for example, went by us because she has just way better tires. I need to conserve a little bit. You're hitting your cliff. Everyone seems to be pitting. We are going to do the same. We're going to go, I think, for 1 more soft. Because we are kind of making the strategy work of at least 1 soft. Or sorry, 2 soft and 2 mediums. Doesn't seem like it's gonna rain. So I think we're just gonna go for another soft here. Part condition looking fine. Definitely don't need to be doing that. Actually I could anyway, because the risk is the same, but I don't think it's saving us anything. But that's fine. Alright, going right in the pits. And you're going to also need to come in. Gonna run you on another set of softs. For you, we just do the balanced pit stop. And you are hitting your cliff, that sucks. But it's only for 1 turn, I think. Alright. And out we go. We are now in 14th. Oh, that's a mistake for Wolfsky. That sucks. But, well, better on him, to be honest, than on Tulipano. Obviously. Keep running you on orange, who might as well. Okay. So... How are we doing so far? Lots of people ahead of us that haven't pitted yet, so let's see, I suppose. But I do at some point need to bring back the fuel level, of course. We're at a half lap deficit right now, but I want to try and get out ahead of all these people in the pits. So that's why I'm still pushing the engine. Once we're ahead of anyone there, I think we're going to pull back to yellow. But for now, I'm quite content not doing so. Yeah, at some point we're gonna need to go to mediums, I think. But today is not that day. One going into the pits. Makes 7 over here. Wigdow. Actually, that's quite bad for him. Already pitting with mediums while only having done like 11 laps. And that is good for us. Fovsky is dead last, by the way, which, well, provisionally dead last, but I don't know, he's just having a stinker of a race. I guess his form is pretty bad too, 3.3, but kind of expected him to do a little bit better, especially after starting pole position. Didn't even notice Fox over here, by the way. He crashed. I don't think he's with a great... Well, he's with... What team are you with? Where did I see that? I don't know. Can't tell. Whatever, doesn't matter. He's not with a great team. I don't think it matters too much for us. Sharp is going to get out ahead of us. That makes a lot of sense. Still going to keep pushing this fuel a little bit, just because I feel we really need to. We're still in 9th, but lots of people still need to come in. Hopefully we can get out ahead of them. I'm not sure though. Oh, we should be. They're only like a few seconds ahead of us, so that should be okay. Yeah, a lot of people now coming in. And out right ahead of them. Perfect. Okay, so that puts us now in 5th, and we're also going to get out ahead of Flores for sure, I think. So provisionally we're in 4th, but if some of these people can somehow do a 2-stop or a 3, yeah, we're doing a 3-stopper, right? So if they can do a 2-stop, somehow we're in trouble. Also, I need to at some point bring back our fuel. Flores is coming in. That means we have the last person ahead of us that was going to pit before or after us, so I'm perfectly content now getting our fuel back a little bit. Let's do the same for Vovsky, just because I don't really care about his race anymore. You have proven that you are just not capable of getting points this race, unfortunately. Sorry, Boris, but it is what it is. We are focusing all our resources on our Italian driver now. As it stands, we would be getting 12 points, which is insane. But that doesn't mean a lot, because it's a long race. We're barely even halfway through. So I'm obviously not counting my chickens before they hatch. And these people are pushing towards us. We are on the older tires, and they are getting back into our visors very quickly. We are, of course, also using a bit less fuel right now. And I also have some hopes that people are still going to need to do some pit repairs, which hopefully we will not have to. Done 16 laps. We need to do 2 more at least, which should be possible. But it does look like we might need to just do our double medium strategy, which does suck. But I don't really feel like we have much of a choice. Maybe we can make 18 work, but the problem is we can't really keep the heat in our tires. Also still doesn't look like there's going to be any rain till the end of the race. I think since we've done 18, I feel like we just go... I don't want to hit the cliff, so I think we just go red. And we go as hard as we can. For you, we probably go orange just to not hit the heat cliff. And hopefully we can at least get a little bit away from Hamilton here still. Yeah, and I think we're just going to have to do a double medium tint. Which sucks, but yeah, we're going to get overtaken there by Hamilton at the end there. Because we can't do one more soft, I don't think. Even if we make 10 work, could we? We might. We're on lap 19, we've done 18, so if we do 9 on the next, that's 27 plus 13. No, that's not enough. No, I think it's double medium, to be honest, and we're just gonna have to push the tires a bit more, which should be possible at least. Or do we go blue mode and we try to get one more lap out of it? If we do, we'd be at 19 done, plus, let's say we could do 10. That would be rough. I don't know if we can make that work. 10 plus 14, 24 would be enough, barely. But I think we're just gonna have to go mediums, to be honest. It's gonna slow us down a lot, but we'll be able to use our tires at more orange level, I suppose. So that's not the end of the world. For you, we're gonna do the same strategy, but you're gonna go balanced. And let's go. Coming into the pits now, no mistake. Great. Alright. let's get you out there. I think since we have some fuel to spare again, and we also have some tires to spare now, let's play this pretty aggressively, I'd say. Fovsky hit his cliff again, by the way. I'm just not paying attention to him at all at this point. Yeah, I just don't care that much. Let's, yeah, push as hard as we can, just so that we can try and get out ahead of the people that are going to still pit ahead of us. We really want to be setting good lap times here, and the only way we're going to do that is push our resources a little bit. And yeah, in terms of tire, I think we should be perfectly fine running on orange for quite a bit. Alright. Yeah, this is really going to make or break us now that we're on the mediums, because obviously we're going to be quite slow. He's setting a personal best actually on the mediums. That is interesting. Overtaking 2 drivers. Alright, good. Alright, as you may have noticed, I'm a little bit nervous actually about this race. Normally I don't care this much because we have our strategy set up, but I would love to finally score some points this season, especially after the heartbreaker last episode, so this would be very, very good to get. Yeah, we are running away a little bit of that pack, which makes me very, very happy. They are obviously on all tires, but still, it's a very good feeling. Is there a lot of people ahead of us on their second stint? Only Lipponen. Who is a Mercedes? We're obviously not really fighting the Mercedeses. About 20 laps left. We do need to be a little bit careful. Obviously, Sharp is getting out way ahead of us. Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. We overtook a few people again, so we're now provisionally in 10th. That's back into the points. Lundqvist over here is the first one, I think, to do some pit repairs. That is very good for us. And pull back a little bit on the tires. Let's see, what are we doing with you here? Are we pulling back a little on the tires, or are we doing anything else? No rain till the end of the race, that is important. If we're assuming we're gonna do another stint on mediums, we'll have 13 laps to use them. We need to do at least like 6 more laps. We just finished, just went across the finish line, so we have to do our calculations maybe when we cross the finish. Ooh, Hamilton doing some part repairs. If those are long, that would be insanely good for us. Are very long. We are actually coming out ahead of Hamilton there. That is great for us. That is really, really great. He is on soft, so he's going to overtake us relatively soon again, but if he has to do another pit repair, that would be amazing. We need to last at least till lap 29, I think, so at some point we're going to have to push back a little on the tires. But I'm kind of okay with just running orange for now. I think we're benefiting hugely from using up our resources a bit more. We're right behind these people too that still need to pit. The only problem, I think, is that they're doing a 2-stopper. If they go for another medium set, I could see them just only going in for the pits one more time. That does suck, because that means we're kind of provisionally behind them. That is a shame, but yeah, we couldn't make a 2-stopper work, so it is what it is. Let's go ahead a little again. Hopefully some of these people still need to do some part repairs or something. That would be amazing. Hamilton actually not doing as well as I thought he would on fresh softs. Interesting. 17 laps remaining. We need to do at least 4 more laps. Should be perfectly possible. I think we're just going to keep running on orange. It's really saving us some good lap times right now, which I'm very happy about. We are getting closer now to Flores and Lavoie. It does really look like they're only going to need to do 1 more stint though. That is unfortunate. Maybe Lavoie not, because he needs to do 16 on those tires. That might be tough. Blasi over there is doing part repairs. Good for us. Surikov is obviously going to overtake us. He's on fresh softs. We are on old mediums. Makes perfect sense. Gonna need to do a few more laps. Schmidt now going into the pit. He's doing softs with 15 laps remaining. That means he's definitely gonna have to do another pit stop. That is really good for us. Don't think we'll need to pull back on the tire wear too much. We're gonna do, I think, 1 more. Yeah, we're just gonna bank on 13, I think. You are now going into the pits. Let's see what Flores does. If she goes to soft, no, she goes to mediums. That means she's gonna do a 1 stop. 2 stop in total. Mediums go to 5%. We could theoretically do one more lap or one more stint, I think, if we go to like green mode. But I think I'm content not doing so. How long have we had these tires for? I think we went on lap 18. And we're now in 29. Yo, wait, actually we need to go... Ooh, that's kind of bad. I think we're gonna need to buck up a little here. I think we need to do one more lap, actually. A little bit bad. The people on softs are now definitely going to overtake us, of course. Let's do green mode. That should be perfectly fine. Yeah, I miscalculated, I think. We need to do one more lap to make 13 work. We could have done 14 on our last stint, but that obviously wasn't too great. 12 laps remaining now, it says, but we need to still do half a lap. No, I didn't miscount, actually. Okay, well, it doesn't matter either way. We're bringing in our guy now. We're gonna put him on the mediums. Lipponen is actually doing part repairs. Hopefully it's a long one. It does kind of seem to be a long one. Yeah, he's far behind us. Interesting. Okay, we can definitely run orange again a little bit. 16, yeah, you need to get in now as well. 12 laps remaining. Parts are gonna need to just hold out, to be honest. Yeah, we have 1/4 of the race remaining and the brakes are starting to look shifty, but it is what it is. We're gonna just run out the race this way. If we're gonna get any points at all, we need to not repair anything, and we definitely can't come into the pits one more time. So it is what it is. We're gonna just try and run out like this. At some point, gonna need to bring back the fuel again as well. Somehow you're saving... Oh, because you got lapped again. Fair enough. If we could get lapped by Sharp, that would be amazing. Where is she right now? Ooh, she might drop out. She has 10 laps to go. She's gonna need to pit again. Would be great if she doesn't and she drops out. Yeah, if she lapped us, then we would get a lot extra fuel to spare, but not sure that's gonna happen. Alright, 10 laps remaining. People behind us still pitting, so at least we're not getting pushed by them too much. People ahead of us also still need to pit, except I think Flores, Lavoie, and De Graaf, who's already doing his 3rd stop. Just like us. Well, we'll have to see how it goes. We are definitely pushing some people, that's great. Actually, we are pushing past Lavoie, who was doing a 2-stop, so thanks to his older tires. Modi ahead of us is gonna also pit, so that's now 7th. If we could push the Flores, that would be amazing. Lots of people now going on their final stint, but I think they're gonna get out ahead of us. They're on fresh softs, so even if they don't get out ahead of us, they are definitely going to be ahead of us relatively soon. Get stopped a little bit here, unfortunately. Curious to see. They need to make these tires last for quite a bit. Let's see. I think at some point we're going to need to pull back. Most people ahead of us have gone now into the pits except Sharp, who we are not competing with because she's 50 seconds ahead, obviously. That means I think now the time is right to maybe run a little bit of a double yellow. She is doing part repair. It'd be funny if she's doing like an engine and it's going to take so long. As you can see now, also because of that, Volsky unlapped himself and now he needs the extra fuel again. The part repair wasn't that long, so we're definitely not doing anything to her. Obviously, it did cost her a bit though, because now the Graaf is quite significantly ahead of her. So she's gonna have to do a bang-up job to get back in it. Yeah, we're kind of getting our... Oh, that's not good. Yeah, all these parts are starting to look real dodgy for Tulipano. Not too happy about that, but it is what it is. It is a long race, so we knew there was a risk of this happening. We're just gonna have to hold out somehow, because if not, that's gonna be horrible. Gear shifting is starting to look bad for you. Again, we are not pitting anymore. We're either going for points or we are going for broke, and just retiring the race. There's no in between at this point. Let's see. Some more people doing repairs. Doesn't matter to us. So far we haven't really been lucky with anyone in the top 7, let's say, dropping off or anything. That's unfortunate. I think we can definitely go back to orange mode now. Hopefully hold off the people behind us a little. I think we're gonna try and defend this, definitely. Really don't want to get overtaken by Wigdal, but he is going past us with relative ease, actually. That sucks. He's on fresher tires, I guess, but... Let's do a little bit of orange, see if we can stick with him, maybe. Yeah. I guess he is on fresher tires, and he could also attack way more than us. Makes sense, doesn't make it any less annoying, unfortunately. Schmidt goes for his third pit stop, but comes out ahead of us. The only one I could see sort of drop off still is Flores, maybe if she mismanages her tires, but that doesn't look like it's the case. We have some people behind us trying to push up on us, but I think I'm not too scared about them just because they're on older tires and old softs. That shouldn't really be an issue. Let's go a little bit again on medium. I don't think we're getting back into Wigdal's side, so let's make sure we have enough fuel to run out the race. You can definitely go high again, by the way, and just go a bit of orange as well. Parts looking real dodgy, but we only have like 4 laps to go, 3.5 at this point, so not too worried about that. Not too worried about the tires either. I think we can just do this. Ribeiro retires, not too great for us. I mean, Bovsky gets a spot more, but doesn't really do anything for us. Would have loved for one of those guys to retire. 4 points I'd be very happy with, but even 1 spot extra would get us another 2, so it's a shame no one here seems to be going on the retiring route. There's a large gap between us and 9th for now. That's very good. And like I said, on old softs, I don't see them getting back to us. So let's make sure we are managing our tires and fuel sufficiently. At this point, I don't want to risk too much. Gonzalez is doing some part repairs. That's great for Wachowski, who can now skip another jump up. That's at the very least good for our rating that we need to get 7th overall, or our chairman gets angry. Hamilton is pitting. That means we're going to try and push. Is he getting out? He's getting out right behind us. That's unfortunate. Probably means he's going to come back very quickly to us, to be honest. We have 2 laps left. Should be fine on the tires and the fuel. But I don't see us getting this, keeping the 7th spot, to be honest. 3 seconds is normally a lot, but not when you are on 12 lap old mediums and he's on completely fresh soft. So even with only 1 lap to go, I don't see us holding this off. But let's go red engine mode, or red tire mode, just to see if we can do anything. He's red. He's gonna go by us in an eye, in the blink of an eye. And as soon as he does, we're gonna give this up. Because there just is no point. We're gonna try and defend, obviously, but need to keep it. Yeah, we do have to keep our fuel also. Yeah, he's behind us. That's fine. Means we're gonna just run out this race now on yellow. Let's not take any unnecessary risk. We don't want to hit our cliff too early. And Sharp actually wins the race with a 30-second gap to us, which isn't, well, it's a lot, but considering our car, it's not a lot. Do a little bit of high here at the end. Shame we couldn't keep Hamilton behind us. In the end, it was 3 seconds. Yeah. Means he was like 3 seconds quicker than us per lap. Makes sense. But hey, that's our first points of the season. Vovsky in the end goes from pole position to 14th. That's not a great result for him. But we get 4 points, and that actually puts us 7th right there. So we go above the 3 bottom teams. Very happy about that. Very happy we could finally score some points and make sure we're not in this sort of awkward stage where we don't know if we're even gonna be here next season. Obviously, I didn't think that because we are making a way better car. We have way more financial support, let's say, than most of the other teams. And whereas you can tell they're not really improving their engines and whatever else much, we are obviously improving a lot. I think we chose a good strategy. Obviously, the qualifying helped a lot since we could start at the front of the grid. Tulipano sort of slowly kept dropping down more and more. I think we got a little unlucky. If we had like 1 or 2 crashes in the top 7 or someone needing to do a bit more repairs than they did in the end, we could have definitely gotten more points. But hey, 4 points, I'll take it. That's a very good result for us. Very happy about that. And that puts us provisionally into 7th in the Constructors. Predator Racing is so much better than Chariot Motor Group. Even their colors are better. Lol. I would agree. Thank you. I picked those colors myself, actually. All right. Yeah, let's see how the chairman reacts to this news. If he's very happy, we might actually ask for some money, but I'm still not that confident in the car. We have a whole season to still ask for that money that we can request, so it's fine. We are in 6th overall in this race, so that is a good result. That also gets us a little bit of our marketability back that we lost earlier in the season, and also we get finally some relationship with our new mechanic, Aaron Scheffer, which is good. Not too upset about this. You can tell AVO isn't really improving anymore, but Volsky still is. Yeah, that's good. We also get a little bit of extra income from our sponsor. I think we got 300,000 for the race result. Not too bad for the qualifying, at least. Shame we couldn't pull out the same thing in the race itself, but very happy about the result nonetheless. And we immediately have our next engine as well, so that should be good for next race, where hopefully we can improve it a bit more. Depending on how long Tondela is, 32 laps probably means we shouldn't need to do too much reliability work anymore, except on that engine, I suppose. Because you could tell, even with a long race like today, the parts held out decently well. In the end, none of them hit the red, so I was quite happy about that. And yeah, so we Sharp actually doing a bit of a comeback. Ferrari was dominating the races earlier on, but now he is actually leading the Drivers' Championship quite comfortably. It's just our teammate Lipponen who is letting the team down a bit with only 8 points. That is pretty bad. All right. 4 points. We are now up into 7th. Really starting to look a bit more like a mid-table team. Let's hope we can keep that pace up when the new parts roll in for our car. Got a little bit lucky today with the rain, but hey, you always need a little bit of luck as well, right? So good result, good race, and very proud of our Italian driver for pulling out our first points of the season. Great little boost to morale, I'd say. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed running it very much. That was a very fun race. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.